Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to carry on painting Phil, both the Zombicide and the Survivor character. So how we're going to start? Well, we need to be highlighting certain areas. So one of those highlights is going to be with, when I can find it, let's move things out of my way. Rat skin flesh, ushabti bone, nurgling green, and that's our first highlight. This is skin tone we're doing now, so let's get these on. So as I said, we're having rat skin flesh, and we'll be mixing that with ushabti bone for the main flesh tone, and then for the zombie flesh tone we'll be adding a little bit of nurgling green to the mix. Brush. And I'm going to be using my my fine detail brush, my new one, so that I can get a decent point and get into the details a lot better with this brush than I can with my others. Okay, so what do we have? I'm hoping you can see this. I'm going to be putting a little bit on his forehead and his nose. This is a very thin paint as well. I'm not using a thick paint. It's going on rather like a wash. And it's just going over certain areas. Right, so that's face done, and now we do the arms. And as you can probably tell, we're going to be using this on the raised areas of musculature that we can see. There we are. I'm hoping you can see that. And once again, as I did say at the beginning, that this is going to be a very pale skin tone with this fella. So make sure I get his ears. And there we are. And next we're going to get a little bit of this and add it, or add some nurgling green into the mix. And I'm going to be doing this with the bigger brush. As I said, we don't want a big tonal difference. We don't want it looking incredibly green with this. We still want it looking like firmly fresh skin tone. The green is coming from the wash, but we don't want it looking completely fresh skin tone, because he's after all undead, so I want to differentiate the skin tone with these two figures. There will be and again we're going to be using the flesh tone on the raised areas. There we go. Because what we do not want to do, as I said, is make it look as though this is a long-standing zombie. He's only just been bitten, he's just come back to life. And therefore he wouldn't have, possibly grey would have been a better colour to use for the wash for this, like the Nuln Oil, rather than green. But with this, I slightly forgot myself and went for the way I was doing the other zombies. So as I said, it might be a better idea using the Nuln Oil for the wash rather than the green colour, to give it a grey skin look, grey skin tone rather than green. But it's up to you, your figures, your models. And I'm just saying how I think I should have done it rather than how you should do it. And what I can do now, once I put this on, is go over with another wash of the grey. In fact, I will do that. When I say grey, I mean the Nuln Oil. Okay, so that's the skin tone sorted out. Now what we need is the colour that we used for the shirt, which was Baneblade Brown. And as you remember, I used this because I couldn't work out what colour the shirt should be, so I decided on this one, and it looked quite similar to the one on the picture, so that's why I've used it. So now it's a case of getting some on my brush. Now with anyone to look, this might work. It seems to be doing. We don't want this going on really brightly, which is why I'm not mixing it with anything at all. It's just the Baneblade Brown. I'm getting it on the brush, wiping off, and then dry brushing over in vertical strokes, going from the top to the bottom. Okay, I can't do any more with that. Oh, why have I washed it? Because I need to do it on the other model. Oh, eek. I do silly things sometimes like this. Okay, so that is the Survivor done. Now let's do the Zombivor. I find calling him a Zombivor very difficult. I always go with Zombivore for some strange reason. It's a Zombivor. Zombivor, must remember that. Right. I say it's not incredibly brightly highlighted, because that's not the look we're going for. We want it really subtle. Basically what we're doing, we've done this colour, we're doing the wash, we've done the darker wash over it, and now we're doing this colour again. Okay, so that's the Zombicide done, and now it's just the collar and a few other area of the survivor. Completed, because I couldn't get in to do all of this. I may do a brighter highlight. In fact, there's no may do about it. I'm going to add some of the Ushabti bone. I use quite a lot of that in the flesh tone, so I'm going to add some more to my palette. And again, I'm just going to go like so, there, and now on the back. There we are. That's that bit done. Next we have the trousers to do, and for that we're going to be using Dawnstone, and we're going to be mixing that in with a little bit of the Ushabti bone mix that we've just done, just to pale it down just that little bit. And this, as I say, is for the trousers. And now remember, we haven't done a wash of this yet, because this is black. I'm going to do the highlight and then do the wash of the Nuln Oil. Okay, I'm not doing the gun on this, but I will do the gloves. And now for the Zombicide. Again, it's just a dry brush all over the trousers. And when you're doing this, or when I'm doing this, I'm doing it, the strokes are going from the top of the trousers downwards. And next we have the Rhinox hide, which I'm going to mix in with that grey we've just used. Get the paint on, take the paint off, and waft over his hair. And the Zombicid's hair. Next, what we're going to go with is using the fine detail brush. We're going to go straight into, where is the colour I'm looking for? Balthazar Gold, which is that one. So for the highlight for the skin tone, we used Dawnstone, Rhinox Gold, Rhinox hide, and a little bit of the Ushabti bone. Sorry, Ushabti bone. Picked up the wrong one. So that was the highlights for the her colour. I'm just throwing paint pots all over the place instead of keeping hold of them while I shake them. We've got the Belford's Gold. What have we got that for? Well, he has a little, you can't really see it on that one, but you can with this one. He's a sheriff or policeman anyway, so he would have a little sheriff's badge. There you go, and we're just going to go over that there like so. That's all we're using for that. For the gun handles, we're going to be using some of the highlight, well, a slightly darker colour for the highlights. Well, a slightly darker colour that we used for the highlights for the hair, and we'll go over the handles of the gun, or both guns, with this colour, like so. And when you're doing these, just mix a colour you like. There's no hard and fast rule to say it has to be this colour. So that's that. And next, just for the sake of it, when I say just for the sake of it, just for the sake of making the metal parts look metal, we're going to be using a little bit of iron breaker. And we're going to be dry brushing with this, so I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush straight out of the pot, wiping it off on the towel, and just dry brushing over the metal parts there, and the metal parts of the shotgun as well. Just like so. And finally, as I said, we're going to be using Nuln Oil on the trousers when I can find Nuln Oil after putting it back into my case. Here we go. Tom. No, that's Nuln Oil all over the trousers. This will dull down the highlights and make it all tie in together so it doesn't look too stark. There we go. There's the Zombicide on, and now the Survivor, and then it's just a case of doing the base. And we do the base exactly the same way as we did the base for Amy's character, which we still haven't finished yet, but unfortunately it's all in the it is all in the what's the word I'm looking for, the boxes, so I can't really get at them as yet, but at the end of the next video I'll probably dig them out and finish the bases off for you. But it's just a little bit of Abaddon black watered down, and we'll just paint on the black, and then once this is dried, we'll be adding some of the whatchamacallit, the pumice and Vallejo to make it look like rubble, and then I'll be painting that up. So that, as I said, is it for fill. As I said, it wasn't going to take too long to finish this model because there's not much to this one, not all that much in the line of detail, or even different colours. We managed to do most of it in the first video. It's just a few touches up with this one, but as I say, that is it for fill. So the base isn't terribly well painted, I know, but we will be going over it again when we come round to finishing off. But we'll put him to one side. I'll clean the brush out and again I will give you the choice. So let me just pull up the camera, I'll put my paints away and put Phil and his Zombicide to one side, and what we have to go with is Ned, Wanda, Doug and Josh. So I'm going to mix these up off camera so you can't tell which one we are looking at, which one we're going for, and here we are, the choice once again. Okay, here's the choices: A, B, C or D. Okay, A, B, C, D. The choice is yours. Until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.